All right, everybody, we got an exciting wave of Minimates that came Wednesday. A lot of people have them already. A lot of people are waiting for them. I live close to Luke's Toy Store, about 3 hours away, so I lucked out and got them early. A bunch of other people will probably get them Monday. I'm guessing we'll order from him possibly tomorrow. But there are advantages to living 3 hours north of him. So I got mine on the front doorstep today. Couldn't wait to do another review. I've been rereading the Maximum Carnage storyline just because that to a lot of people, especially us 90s kids, was like the Spider-Man story. You got the death of Gwen Stacy. You have Venom's original storyline, but this is the biggest like Spider-Man crossover at the time. Everybody's in it. There's tons of villains in it. Not even as classic villains, but just kind of these other characters that came out of nowhere in the 90s. And then Venom and Carnage were, of course, a massive part of it. Hence the name Maximum Carnage. Like I said, a lot of us guys, from the 90s just love the storyline. So I reread it. I went to go get all my original issues and realized I was missing a couple at the beginning. Just went and bought the trade paperback on eBay for $30 or $20, I think, even is what I paid for it. And reread the thing just to relive it a little bit. It's been probably a decade at least since I've read it. So, anyways, time for the first review. I figured why not start out with the title character, the opening shot for the series I'm going to do with this. It's going to be Carnage. It's all about him. So I figured I'd open up that 2-pack first, review him. He comes with Demogoblin, which is just another goblin. It's so weird at the time. You had a Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, then you got Demogoblin. It didn't seem that ridiculous that we got all these goblins. Now there's, so many different goblins over the last, how many years of Spider-Man's history. There's way more now. And I thought Demogoblin was pretty cool. He's kind of a freaky character. It's exciting to finally get him, and then this is like the third or fourth Carnage we got, and I'll take it. I don't know how different he is from the last one we got. Maybe we'll compare, but still pretty cool stuff. Let's open him up, take a look at the tray shot. So here we got him in the tray. This, I did not mention this yet. A lot of you know this. This is a Build-A-Figure wave. We've had we get our normal 8 figures, and then we get a bonus one. That one's Shriek. I'll probably review her with the last 2-pack review. But this set comes with her arms. You have Demogoblin comes with a glider. Anytime you got a goblin, you gotta have a glider. He comes with a stand to make it look like it's fine, and he comes with a pumpkin hand, which is awesome. They gave us some pretty good accessories for Demogoblin. And then we have Carnage, and they've always done a pretty good job. Diamond Select's always done a pretty good job. Giving him his accessories, his weapons, and stuff like that. And I don't know what they compare to with the last, we'll say the Luke's Toy Store 4-pack exclusive. I'll pull that one out and we'll compare them just to see how different they are, or how similar they are. Let's take them out of the package, out of the tray, and set them up for. So we got them out of the package, out of focus, and Carnage looks great. Demogoblin looks great. Let's go with Carnage real quick. He's not much different than the old Carnage when it comes to his chest and legs. His head isn't even all that different, but this one from Maximum Carnage didn't come with the Cletus Cassidy head like Luke's Toy Store did, so it is kind of worth to get that 4-pack also for Carnage. And then the hands on the new figure, they use the Lady Deathstrike hands versus the old hands that kind of have this other look to them. And I think what's going to happen is I'm going to end up using both of them just to have a variety throughout this series I'm going to be doing and all the shots I do. And then the paint's a little bit different on the one from Luke's Toy Store too. Like his shoulder pieces have that black on it. The other thing too is this Carnage from Luke's Toy Store has that back, what do you call it? The symbiote, on the back of the neck or whatever. So, there we go. Yeah, you can see it better here. Great accessory for Carnage. I definitely like his hands better this way. I mean, the Lady Deathstrike hands are more pointy. It seems more true to the comics, better design, but having a variety does help, with keeping your pictures fresh. And yeah, so he has all the extensions too. The weapons from his other sets is kind of like this axe hand and then a spike hand or whatever. They're great accessories. They're perfect for Carnage. Of course, I want as much variety as possible. So if they came out with some new ones someday, that would be great. But we've seen these with other Carnage figures. So, but I'll always take them with a new figure. You may as well throw them in there. And then we got Demogoblin, which again, he's kind of a neat character. He's really freaky looking. He's all about religion and punishing sinners and stuff. And there's all sorts of crazy stuff going on with him. So. I can't wait to do my shot with him for this video. I got ideas, some pretty cool ideas from the comic. So then he's got this glider, which is actually transparent. It's like flames, like a demon looking thing, but it is transparent. His foot doesn't exactly stick on the peg all that great, but that's fine. You know what happens. There are ways around that for posing pictures. I can always throw a little bit of tacky some of that cheese wax I use in some of my other videos. But one thing I do want to, the little bit of criticism I do want to give this is the pegs are always so, some of the stuff is so close to the center. It's on your left, on his right foot, your camera left, or our left or whatever. But anyways, if they'd move that peg over just a little bit more to get a wider stance for the Goblin, I think that would be better than the way it is. But I don't want to criticize too much because I love this figure and I love that they gave us this glider with it. But that peg could be over, an eighth of an inch or something, just to make the legs look better when he's standing on the actual glider. So, but otherwise, cool looking, freaky face. They gave him the claw hands. They gave us this pumpkin bomb hand. He's got this costume that's kind of got some, a lot of design to it, with that belt that looks great. I don't have it the most well lit up. There you go. If you look at the torso, that's, let's see, there you go. Yeah, there's a lot of design to it. It's a great figure. So I'm excited to have him in the collection. Anyways, I got some setups. I got like 3 or 4 setups for this one. I'm kind of going all out with this Maximum Carnage wave. I think I'm gonna make a ton of panels for this. On my Instagram, I'm thinking. Hopefully, I don't go over 20 panels because it's gonna be a lot. But God, I'm already at like 4 or 5 with the idea I have in this one. So. I'm going to do a lot of panels for this, and we're going to go through most of the Maximum Carnage. You're going to see a lot of guest stars, a lot of different characters show up in this series. I can't wait to really get into it. So yeah, why don't we get into the first setup? So first shot, you'll pretty much recognize this off the video game if you played it as a kid, or off the trade paperback, depending on which volume you got. It's Carnage. This is a little bit different. I couldn't quite get it exactly like the cover, but it's going to be close. So I am excited to do this and pay homage to it, since that image I grew up with, as much as I did, and a lot of us did. So anyways, this would be the first title shot. I'll be opening with this on Instagram just to kind of get everybody in the mood, excited for this. So, there that is. Let's move on to the next one. And this next one I'm super excited about. So, here's the next panel. Those of you who have read the comic will recognize this part right at the very beginning of the series. This is pretty much how the whole thing opens up. So, I'm doing this review, but I actually don't have anything in here in this shot from from that 2-pack that the 2-pack that I'm reviewing. But it's such a cool shot. I was excited to do it. This is Straight Jacket is one of my favorite Minimate accessories. And then he comes with a 2-wheel cart that he stands on. This is actually from the Silence of the Lambs, movie mates or movie Minimates. So this is like one of the best accessories. One of my favorites. you know, it just, and I don't use it enough, that's for sure. So, and then actually the nurse on the left-hand side, she is from Doctor Strange with a hairpiece change out. So if you're looking for a nurse, that is, you know, that's a good figure to have. I forget the female's name in the movie. And then on the right-hand side, that's actually Captain Stacy from the Amazing Spider-Man 1 movie mates, where those police uniforms come from. They're not really, you know, they can pass as orderlies in a mental institution, which is kind of nice, you know, or security guards or something. So anyways, this is the next shot of the panel, and yeah, let's go to the very next shot. So here's the next shot. This is gonna be a paneled shot. Basically, we're gonna have this shot kind of laid over, really a tight up close shot to the straight jacket and his leg with the symbiote crawling up to it, and then this is going to be a smaller panel covering that close-up shot, or it's going to be inside that close-up shot. So yeah, basically you kind of got Carnage exploding onto the scene, the two security guards being killed, and then, you know, this background, I don't remember what I got. It was from one of my kids' toys or something like that. It comes in a box, probably one of those cheap Walmart G.I. Joe things or something, knockoffs. But I saw it. I thought it looked cool. I figured it would make a good background someday. Kind of wish I got Luke's custom wrestling WWF classic wrestling Minimates, because it would have looked cool in the background there. But all three are suspended on Legos. Just to kind of keep them off there. I probably should have put them up higher. I'm having troubles getting rid of that little bit of darkness in the background. It's actually not even a shadow. It's the reflection of these guys, because this thing's so glossy. But hopefully I can eliminate it, as much of that as possible, because this is gonna be a pretty cool shot. I'm pretty excited for it. So yeah, let's do the quick close up of the symbiote working his way up. You know, Cletus Cassidy's leg into the straitjacket. So again, we have knocked her over. Again, we have the symbiote down by his leg. We're gonna do a box shot, some kind of, yeah, I don't know. We're gonna do a close up of it, excuse me, and then we'll have that panel of him exploding and pretty much killing these two. In this shot, you're not going to see their faces. I actually did the other shot first, obviously. And yeah, you just, it'll be inside. You'll see it at the end of the video. So now, yeah, I think we got one more shot in this room with Cletus. And then with Carnage, actually. And then we're going to do a quick Demogoblin shot for you guys. So here's our next shot. The finish of him breaking out of the psychiatry place or whatever, the institute, the asylum. Really loving this one. You know, in the comics there was no blood, but I happen to have blood effects, and thought it would look really good, and I'm really happy with it. I wish the blood is a little bit darker, but it works well. I swapped out some faces. There is a Jay and Silent Bob zombie pack that has the four cast members of Comic Book Men, the dead versions of themselves. Those faces can't come in very handy. I think the one on the right is supposed to be Ming. But yeah, so he's breaking out. He killed those two, and now he's going to kill the doctor. Should probably throw a clipboard in there. Yeah, just for another you know, one more thing in this. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. That clock is from Michael's, the craft store. In their miniatures section, there's a plant back there. That table, I think, or excuse me, the chair is Playmobil. I don't know where that table came from. That telephone is also from you know, Michael's craft store. I don't know how many of you guys remember those phones, rotary phones. It's been forever, but yeah, cool picture. I'll put a twist on this too, you know, and that'll be the final for Carnage in this video. And I think we'll do a quick, simple Demogoblin shot. He's not even gonna be on his glider for this one, but don't worry, we'll get him on that glider for some other shots. So anyways, on to the last picture out of this series. So here's the final shot I'm doing for this video. Yeah, this turned out better than I thought it would. I got a priest here, I got Demogoblin, I got Spider-Man coming up. Like, what are you, crazy, man? Yeah, it's a pretty simple shot, but still pretty effective. This priest, actually, if you guys are curious how to get a priest Minimate, there's Gabriel from The Walking Dead. Comes with that torso and the neck piece or whatever. And then in the comics, the guy has glasses, but except for he's scared to death, he's praying. That Demogoblin kind of has this, like, I'm gonna kill all sinners, theme to that figure, to that character itself. And then a priest confronts him when they're, on their rampage, on their, carnage with them, killing people and stuff. I think by the time he confronts him, he actually has Spider-Man, on the ropes. The Demogoblin does, but. A lot of my stuff, I don't do literal interpretations. I get as close, I try to get close to it, the theme of it. Actually, in the comic, the priest isn't holding a Bible, which is what that's supposed to be, is a good book. He's actually holds a cross, and I've never really found a crucifix mini-made size. I've actually looked for one, or a cross mini-made size. I've actually looked for one before for some Daredevil shots. But having him holding a book will do good enough, and cursing him to damnation or whatever he's doing in this shot, that's kind of what's going on. But that's kind of my interpretation. That Spider-Man in back is not the Spider-Man with this series, with this wave from Diamond Select. Actually, that is from it's from another 90s theme. I don't know which wave he comes from, but he's close to it. I need a Spider-Man. I haven't opened that pack yet since I haven't done the review, but we'll get there. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this series, this series of 5 shots. This is going to be a lot of fun this weekend to make as many as possible this weekend. We'll have to move on to the next 2-pack. Hit that like and subscribe button. Check out the description of the video for all my links to my Instagram, my Facebook. I'll be putting these pictures up on there in chronological order, to the comic. And anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you at the next video. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you around. Bye.